Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. My dear students, parents, guardians, Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, as you see that from today we will start our syllabus of month of September. My dear students, in the month of September we have a poem. The name of this poem is Ode to Autumn. The poem Ode to Autumn is written by John Keats. John Keats is a poet of nature. John Keats only write the poems on nature, and he is a very early stage and got lot of success. He is only one who stands literature career in a age of 25. He wrote till his last breath and died in a disease named tuberculosis in Rome. His poetry filled with mystery and element sense of beauty and joy. John Keats died in Rome in age of 25. His publication include names are Lamia, Isabella, The Eve of Saint Agnes, and other beautiful poems on nature, published in England in 19th century. My dear students, as you see that in the first stanza, I am going to read out. After that, I will explain this stanza. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom, friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load a bless, with fruit the vines that round the thatch apes run, to band with apples the most cottage trees, and fill of all fruits with the ripeness of to the core, to swell the gourd and perm the hazel shells, with a sweet kernel to set budding more, and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease. For summer has brimmed their clammy cells. Who hath not seen thee oft aimed they store? Sometimes, however, seeks abroad may end the sitting careless on a granny floor. The hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind. My dear students, in this poem, the poet is addressing about the season of autumn. He said that in this season of spring, mellow and ripened fruits are loaded on the trees. That was the season of mists and mellow. Fruitfulness, he says them, the close friend of the sun conspiring with him. With means they are secretly talking about how to load a bless He is trying to say that in autumn, trees are loaded with fruits, hazels, and sweet kernel. And moreover, there are sweet flowers which are very colorful, and the bees are coming to sit on them. All this give a very cheerful scene. Like if one can see all this, so it leaves a never lasting impression on his mind. John Keats is a poet of nature. He loves birds, he loves flowers, he loves fruits smells, he loves greenlands, meadows, valleys of grasslands. He loves the birds who were singing on the grass. He loves all the things which made by the colorfulness and which made by the mists of colors. He thought about it, it gives joy to them. He thought that flowers are here for our joy. He thought that colors are here for our happiness. He really enjoys spring season. John Keats loved birds, flowers, and the nature. He is a nature loving personality. He always thinking about the streams, the flowers, the birds, the grass, the vegetables, the fruits and their mates, and the ripeness and the fruitfulness of all the fruits. My dear students, in the first page of this poem, I will explain you about the thinking of the poet and the comparison of the birds, flowers, and the thinking of John Keats about the nature. After that, we will start our next explanation and page number 2. Okay, my dear students, in our next page, we read out the next page. Or on a half-reaped furrow sound asleep, drowsed with the form of poppies, while the hook spares the next swath and all its twinned flowers, and sometimes like a gleaner thou dost keep steady the leaden head across a brook, or by a cider press with patient look thou watches the last oozings hours by hours. Where are the songs of spring? Where are they? Think not of them. Thou hast the music too, while buried clouds bloom the soft dying day, and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue. Then in a wailful choir the small glades moan among the river shallows borne aloft, or sinking as the light wind lives or dies, and full ground lambs doubt bleat from hilly bourne. Hedge crickets swing, and now with treble law soft, the, the redbreast whistles from a garden croft, and gathering swallows twitter in the sky. In this last stanza, the poet John Keats explaining us that He said, after summer, suddenly wind starts blowing the cold, freezing winds, and the autumn has about to come. And then spring starts losing its beauty. It means when the autumn comes, spring lost his beauty. All the fields are plugged, and hour by hour, everything just starting vanished. Vanished means disappear. Everything just starting vanished, and one can patiently look this heartbreaking scene. The cleaner goes to the field and gathers the harvested crops. And now, at the end of the poem, the poet is saying, where does all the songs are gone? Where are those delightful scenes? Even everything has gone. The poet is looking so disheartened when the autumn comes. He is looking depressed because he likes spring season. And sudden when the autumn come, he when he looks our surrounding, when he looks his surrounding, uh, then he thinks that where are all the things has gone. The autumn stole all the things. It means ख़ज़ा के आते ही तमाम चीज़ें फल फूल हरे भरे खेत लहलहाते खेत सब खाली हो गए, दरख्त के पत्ते झड़ गए और दरख्तों से फूल फल सब ज़मीन पर गिर गए, हर चीज़ बंजर हो गई. Beauty of spring, only a small stream left, that only flower flows in the winter months. The poet is thinking about the song of spring. पोइट को अपना वो नगमा याद आता है, पोइट को वो बर्ड रॉबिन याद आता है जो वो स्प्रिंग मीन्स बाहर के मौसम में उसको नज़र आती थी, सब चीज़ें लहलहाती हुई गाती हुई. Poet is thinking about the song of spring and the music too. Now only short stalks are left. अब सिर्फ छोटी छोटी झाड़ियाँ रह गई हैं. In the ground after all the grains crop has been harvested. Now the robin whistles from a garden croft, a small part of our land with a house on it, and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. My dear students, you see here the poet comparison in this poem about spring and autumn, and he differentiate the colors of spring and the autumns, specifying things which is happening in the season of autumn. My dear students, explanation is completed, and after that I will explain you the words meaning of second page. First one is furrow, FURROW, means a narrow trench made by a plough. Second one, swath, SWATH, the path through a crop made during a single passage of a scythe. Number 3, gleaner, GLEANER, means somebody who goes over a field that has just been harvested and gathers the crop that remains. 4, cider press, a press used to make a drink and from freshly pressed apples, bared having strips of colors. Next one, stubble, it means short stalks left in the ground after a grain crops has been harvested. Next one, sallows, SALLOWS, A small willow trees with broad leaves and large catkins. Long furry clusters of tiny leaves and flowers without petals. Next one, Bourn, Bourn, a small stream that only flows in the winter month. Next one, Redbreast, name for the robin. And the last, Croft, Croft, a small plot of land with a house on it. Okay, students, in the end, I would like to say that when you are going to start the written work of this poem, Ode to Autumn, first of all, you will do the words meaning which have already given in your presentation slide. You can do it from it. Okay. After that, I will send you the screenshots. It means the question answers and the exercises of this poem by WhatsApp. Okay, my dear students, have safe. May God bless you. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.